All right. All right, everybody. So welcome. I'm going to share my slides. Today is July 1st, and we are starting kind of some Saturdays of network marketing training. We're going to have these ongoing every Saturday for about an hour. We're recording them. If you can't make it, we'll have the recordings up on the YouTube channel. But first of all, congratulations. This is the start of the second half of 2023. We've done an amazing job in this first 6 months as a team. We really have a lot of success, a lot of hard work, a lot of rank ups, a lot of people we've helped. So I just want to stop and commend you all to begin with. But through these last probably quarter, we really said, hey, LifeWave's an amazing company. We love the products, but they're not really a network marketing company. Once you've been in one, you know. So we're not professing to be the most skilled network marketing trainers with 20 years of experience, but we thought we'd kick it off and get started because some of us do know some things. And we kind of a range. We have a range of people who've been in network marketing before, some people that did well, some people that kind of sort of, some people bought the products. And then we have folks who've never done network marketing. And then we have a world out there of people who will tell you network marketing's a scam. So we thought, okay, let's start from the basics today with an overview and have some fun. So first of all, why do this? Well, network marketing, no matter if you're good, bad, or indifferent, it's a team sport. It takes all of us, and it really takes us interacting. And all of you here on the call today and those watching, we have a great team who really works well together. But also, it's a personal developed learning environment. And as your team grows, you're going to be moving from learning to leading. So we wanted to start bringing in some basics. Yes, we're helping you over on the other side Wednesday nights, learn the 3-3-1 system. That's the core of our system. But as you start leading a team, there's other skills you got to know. But mostly we wanted to help you guys think differently. Think differently from what we commonly hear about network marketing or bad experiences that we've had, and kind of think differently as you approach the people you're bringing in and helping to lead them. Because none of us got a college degree in network marketing, at least nobody I know. So I want to first talk about kind of the trajectory. And everything when we're starting out learning it new, we really are unconsciously incompetent. You just don't know what you don't know. And that's okay, no judgment. I mean, I don't know how to run a nuclear energy plant. I worked with nuclear engineers, but I was completely unconsciously incompetent. And so that's where everybody starts. Well, on the road to mastery, you start moving, you learn a little, you go, okay, now I understand. I consciously understand I'm incompetent. That's okay. We're learning, right? But as you progress, you start to become consciously competent. And when it flows out of you, you know what you're doing, you can spin on a dime, and it's a learning process. So I'm going to stop here and Julie, go ahead and take over a little bit of what I asked her to really talk about this, because in the 3-3-1 system, Julie's really gone through this trajectory.
Well, when I first discovered network marketing, because I was in a job and I didn't want to be in it for the rest of my life, I thought there must have been something else. So I was actually a police officer, and then I read a book that told me to get into network marketing. I picked up the book, I read it, and I decided to join. So I did, and I got very excited about it because I didn't know there was another way. So unconsciously incompetent I was. I was super excited. I wanted to tell everybody. I thought it was fantastic. I could buy products and get paid for introducing other people. I thought everyone would be interested in that. And I didn't really care if there was a system or not because I didn't know what it was. So it was really, it was an interesting period. I wasn't really listening to, like when I say I'm not listening, we had CDs, now we have videos. So if I want to equate that to today, it's sort of like I didn't understand anything. So, I was just rushing through it. So unconsciously incompetent. And then some people joined me because they felt sorry for me, I'm sure. And that was about it at the time. So that would be unconsciously incompetent, maybe going with too much information too. like just want to, oh my gosh, I've got to convince you, I've got to convince you. So a lot of those things I found that was how it was. It didn't put me off though. It didn't put me off. I thought there's got to be a way, because I met all these people that were making a lot more money and didn't have to work anymore. So I thought there's something I have to learn. So consciously incompetent was when I decided that, oh, maybe they are trying to teach me something. And then I started to follow the steps, and then come back after I'd had an experience with somebody to see if I'd kind of followed the system that we had. And that was an interesting period, and that can take some time as well. Very much so. And then, yeah, and the other thing that was hard for me was to understand that someone was going to help me. Like I thought it would just be me, but it's somebody, my upline, as we say here, is there to help me. Then they're not there to give me bad advice, and they're not my boss. So I had to get used to that. So that was in the consciously incompetent phase. And then consciously competent, pardon me, understanding the system. So now we have the 3-3-1 system. So I've been watching that for a few months. I've been listening. So I already had the background. So now I just feel I could just do it on a dime. I know where to go with it. I know, I can go through the steps, but I know where somebody's not hearing me or not understanding, like in the system, and I can go back to that point. But it didn't happen overnight, and I didn't just wake up one day and know it. So, but yeah, now I'm confident I can duplicate. That means teach others and keep this system rolling. But I couldn't do that when I first started. I had to use the system to learn.
Great. Thank you, Julie. And I want to point out, someone said, well, why are you starting another series of 3-3-1s? You already did it. And I said, can you train it? And they go, well, I'm not the trainer. I go, no, can you train your team? Do you know it well enough to train it? What are the 3 Ps? And then they stopped. So you're in this now consciously incompetent period. We're all moving towards consciously competent. But until you can really know a system, help people understand it, train them, know where someone new is kind of fallen off and you can help them back. We've just got to hear things again and again. You just have to. You go to school for 12, 14 years and you took tests and you did things over and over. So we would like you to become very, very proficient and comfortable and successful, because we're going to tell you why we love this. So as we jump on, here's our overview today. What is network marketing? Who supports network marketing? Why is it a better way? Why? You need a why. And we're going to go through any questions and concerns, but we can stop on the way and chat. And then we're going to have some fun. Okay. So before I go, Steve, any chat, anything we should know?
I haven't seen anything, but I do have a comment about that last slide that you had.
Mm-hmm.
There are actually 4 levels. There's unconscious incompetent, conscious incompetent, conscious competent, and the top level is unconscious incompetent, which means you go on autopilot, which is actually the worst place to be. And people think the worst place to be, yeah, it's the worst place to be because you think you know it all and you're not in a learning mode. You always have to be in a learning mode. So being on the fence between conscious incompetence and conscious competence and unconscious competence is where you want to be. You're always trying to learn. You're always trying to grow.
Great. Thank you, Steve.
My 2 cents.
I appreciate everybody being on here for that. Okay, jumping in. So what is network marketing really? And I'd love you to just open up your mics and what have you heard? I know there's a lot of people go, oh, it's a scam. Oh, it's a pyramid scheme. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. If I asked you for a definition, can anybody give us one? I mean, if you explained it, what are you telling people network marketing is? Go ahead and jump in. we're a group here.
Well,
You were raising your hand, Bob.
I'll jump in if. Were you gonna say something?
No,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. You go first.
Well, it just came, now I forgot it. It's, I'm part of I'm part of a business model that requires education before anybody, my thought went away. I'm so sorry. But it's that
That was
it
perfect.
requires education and sharing. And that's what is the difference in my business category than a lot of other businesses, than retail.
Thank you. Janet,
To me, network marketing is building teams of people that are doing the same thing I'm doing so that I don't have to do 100% of the work.
right. Barbara,
So one of the phrases I hear a lot is leveraged income, creating leveraged income, so that it is not just trading your time for money. It's like Janet was saying, you're getting a piece of everybody. You're leveraging the team aspect of it.
yes, indeed. Who else has their hand up? To see you, I'm going to have to drop the slide. So go ahead. Just
Rose.
Rosemary?
Whichever. All right, Grace, go ahead and I'll get after you.
Awesome, when squirrels or those animals can't figure out how to get at.
Okay, I can't tell who's doing what.
I can't.
Okay.
tell. No, go ahead.
I have
Does
this on-
somebody have a video on?
Which is fun, it's
I think somebody's on the phone.
I'm not
Okay,
sure.
this, all I wanted to say is, I don't have, some of those definitions were really good, but I will say this, I have been in the network marketing business before. And I can say, I can't even say how excited I am what you're doing with this and where you're starting, because it is not an easy, oh, that's just natural, especially for people that are afraid to sell. And without the upline and without the support, you're not going to get a good, strong team. So I am so excited that you are willing to put this time in. Thank you.
Great, Rosemary. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think you're all right. So we jump back here. And what I would say is, let's just go a definition. Network marketing is a business model. First of all, it is a business model. It depends on person-to-person sharing by independent representatives, right? A network marketing business often builds a network of business partners that assist with sharing, training, and leading others. Partners are compensated for their referrals. So think about it, everybody.
it's on your. But,
Hold on, I'm gonna mute us all. Okay, there we go. Thank you. So, forever, worldwide, globally, come on, everybody basically has lived in a network marketing business of just sharing with people, going back to all the tribes and all the villages forever. This isn't anything new. We just gave it a different name, right? Jerry would say, hey, you can get shoes from that cobbler down the street. I really liked them. And I go down and trade the cobbler some of my weaving, whatever it was. It's been here forever, right? So what some people don't know, though, is it's really a legal business. And it's a model approved by governments all over the world. Some people will tell you, oh, it's illegal. Well, they're just not educated. They just aren't. So it's really a brilliant business model where instead of investing in advertising and celebrity endorsements, companies invest in us, right? Some of you know I've launched companies. Well, if you've got to launch a company, the company's putting in all this money for equipment and this and that and telephones, and constantly they'll just not put money in for marketing. Well, how do you tell the world about you? You've got to be out there advertising and doing social media and all this stuff. Your biggest expense often in launching a company is getting the word out and getting customers and buying them, right? So network marketing allows a company to really take off and growth by the word of mouth. And as Barbara said, it allows us to leverage the company's brand, in this case, LifeWave, with a great product. We're going to leverage our time and talent, and you're a little of your time and talent and a little of somebody else's time and talent. So it's really everybody just cooperating and saying, let's do it, right? Let's do it. But I want you to come out of today with confidence, if you don't have it, a little understanding of the model and its opportunity and potential, and just know that most people aren't educated about this, and they've been told by their uncle, oh, that's a scam. Oh, you can't make any money at that. That's illegal. I literally had a husband of one of our teams say she was going to go to jail if she did this. Okay. No, we're not. They're not. In fact, it's such an approved model that in the US, the Federal Trade Commission is the oversight for network marketing companies, and they truly police bad behavior and keep an eye on things. So we've got Steve, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, what most people don't understand is the greatest the greatest network marketing plan that was ever conceived started 2,000 years ago.
Well,
And it was started by one person who only recruited 12 people, and he changed the world.
yeah, it's kind of been
it
a
is
while.
It's all word of mouth. That's all it is. It's something you believe in, and you share it with somebody who shares it with somebody who shares it with somebody who shares it with somebody, and you can change the world.
Yeah.
But it started with 12.
Thank you, Steve. Rosemary, you still have your hand up. Did you want to say something, or was it from last time?
I forgot to take it down. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. So those of us who've been in the industry for a while, we understand, but you really have people out there that have heard a lot of bad flack for a long time. Why? Why is there so much bad flack out there? Well, some companies do some crazy things, it's true. But honestly, it's because companies need employees. They don't want us being entrepreneurs. They don't want us bonding together and making money sharing with each other, although social media has now blown that up. But honestly, companies started putting out bad press probably about 40 years ago because they need employees that'll stay at work all the time. Okay. So you may still have a job. I get it. But here's a way for you to now leverage your time and leverage other people's time. So just to take it a little further, who supports network marketing? Well, I think all of you know these people. We've got Robert Kiyosaki, Warren Buffett, Richard Branson, Tony Robbins, even Bill Gates, which kind of cracks me up. But my last company, who was a great company, we were doing traveling the world, had Robert Kiyosaki at one of our big conventions one day. He was up giving a keynote, and he said, really, I would have started building a network marketing business back then if I had had the opportunity. It's really, truly the way to leverage your time, money, and have financial security. If you don't know Warren Buffett, he's one of the most, probably the world's top investor. Last time I checked, he owned at least 3 network marketing companies, one of which was Pampered Chef. So if people tell you, oh, that's a scam, it's illegal, you could go, well, there's a few famous people here that are pretty involved in it. And Sir Richard Branson, you've probably heard of Virgin Airlines and Virgin Music. He was dyslexic. He couldn't really read. And yet he just had this ability to share things and get people excited. And now he has over 400 companies and he believes in it, right? So know that top people all over the world really endorse it. All right, so this one we're going to spend a little time on. We really have a better way. As Eric Worre, top network marketing multimillionaire and trainer, says, it's a stolen cold fact. We have a better way. It's better for freedom and flexibility, for financial opportunity, fun and friendship, and truly fabulous opportunities to live your dream life. So if you would like to we're going to have this recording for you, but take a picture of this slide. And when you're talking with people and sharing your why, because we know this one especially is perfect for people who love helping people. I think it's been such a blessing to have LifeWave come into my life, to help so many people, to have so many miracle stories, to have just such massive turnarounds, and now get to just spend my time with all you wonderful people. My other friends are kind of like, where did Janet go? Well, I'm having really a lot of fun over here. So secondly, there's no discrimination. There's no discrimination on gender, men or women, or race or nationality. Everyone is equal. That was a big draw to me because I've been corporate my whole life. And I'm not going to go into the tough stories, but I made a lot of companies a lot of money and I never got to share in it. And I was passed over by a lot of men. And when I saw this, I said, okay, it's my time. I got hold of this one. I love that you're in business for yourself, but not in business by yourself, because we can't do it, you guys, unless we're a team. You literally cannot make the money and go to the top unless you participate with everybody. I love that it's a low cost of entry and a high return potential. I was telling Julie, and I'm going to open this up for comments, but Julie and I were talking a little while ago about slides, and I told her I've got some girlfriends who love like healing technologies, modalities, and they called this week and go, we're going to open like a healing business. It's going to have all this and this and this. And they're like, do you want to join? I said, no, because I know they don't know how to run a business. They don't have the money to get it started. They don't know how to market, and no one likes employees. And I thought, do you understand what running a business is like? So I kind of said, I'm going to stay over with this one. So your success is based on you, but you have to get outside your comfort zone. Underline that in your mind on your notes. You can't stay comfortable and succeed for about a year. Okay, so next July 2024, it's going to be a big year with LifeWave, by the way. I want you to feel like you develop such new skills over this next 12 months because you are willing every day just to be a little more uncomfortable. I love that we get to work from anywhere. It was really fun in Aruba to be able to make calls and be posting and saying we're working. You get to set your own schedule. Some days you need to be off taking care of family needs. Other days you're on. But as a business, you're really cutting out the middleman. Think of all the companies that are distributors like Walmart. They're just a distributor. They're making that profit margin. Well, now we get to have it. I love that we make residual income. I love that we can make money while we sleep. You get an international team going. People in Australia are making our team money right now when we're sleeping. Yes, there are tax benefits. Some of you don't know this. Your phone, part of your phone bill is a tax write-off. If you're driving to home parties, it's a tax write-off. The products that you buy from LifeWave are a tax write-off. The marketing materials, signs and posters, banners are a tax write-off. But you get to learn personal development and leadership skills. And we're going to we're going to announce this coming week a 90-day challenge, and we're going to bring in speakers, top speakers from some of the other teams. But you get to live your dream life. So of those areas, which appeals to you most? And anybody can jump in. We've got CJ on the line. We've got Sarita, Melody. What are the ones that appeal to you? Karen, anybody jump in here? Go ahead and unmute, by the way.
Well, the one thing that's really, really good is you want to be happy when you're working, if you want to call this work. And when you get to know everybody on your team and we work as a team, the camaraderie and everything that you build with the friendships, I mean, you're all over the world, but you really have this togetherness. And then if you get to meet them at a function, that's even more so. But the way with this is, this is the only business that's out there that you can make more money than your boss, so to speak. You can't do that in corporate. There's no way. And that person's not going to come down and help you make more money than them. Okay. We will do that in this type of business. So, and that's the way it works. It's helping. And that's what I'm all about, is helping people.
Thanks, Jerry. By the way, you guys can pass me up to senior presidential director. You can.
And
Go
you'll
ahead,
be
Barbara.
happy, and you'll be happy about
I'll
that.
be very happy about that.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Barbara,
Yeah, so a couple of things, and one is for me being able to work wherever you want to in the world, the freedom to work from any location, and along with that to set your own schedule. But the other part is what you were just saying, really, the opportunity for unlimited income. It's, we're in this inflationary cycle that is crazy, totally crazy. And I think a lot about the people that are stuck in a job that has no potential, and how are they going to keep up with their families? I mean, I don't know. And we have the opportunity to keep building, to keep increasing and nudging those numbers up.
yeah, thank you, Barbara. Really good point. Who else would like to share? What's their favorite part? Yes, Kate.
I got my thoughts together. I wanted meaningful work, but I did not know it was going to be a calling and a responsibility that took into account my reason for being on the planet at the moment, my vision, my mission, all of it, my purpose, everything is all wrapped up in this, tied up with a bow. And look at all the people I'm with. I love you guys. It doesn't get better than this. It doesn't.
Great, Kate. Thank you. Anyone else want to share?
Well, I would like to share that I moved over here. I didn't really think that I'd be in a network marketing company again. I didn't know. I mean, we moved here. It was all a bit of a big change. And I'm a bit with Kate on this one. So it's just amazing that we found this amazing company to share with and help and just change lives in a good way. Like-minded people all over the world. And I've traveled all over the world, and I know lots of people all around the world, and I love reconnecting and having a reason to do that. And I don't have to travel there all the time like I used to, but it's really just in my core as well. So
Great, thank you. Anyone else?
Yes. I love the people, and the fact that if I can't find you, Janet, I can go to Barbara or Julie or Jerry or someone else, and they'll answer my questions and help me out. But people power me. I just dearly love everybody in this group. And when I'm around people, I just get energized. So, yeah, it's great.
And the feeling's back. We all love you. So everybody loves each other. That's where we are.
But Perry brings up a good point. It's at her age when she's still doing another business, or someone 20 years old. It's also all the age groups get to be together, right? And we all learn from each other. That's what I always loved too. You were just kind of a big pack and you were having a good time together. Very pure. Okay, great. And I'm going to share again and we can talk some more about that. But these are things when you're talking to people about your why, people don't know these are parts of a network marketing business. So if I didn't say network marketing, but I just said, hey, Bob, I know you love helping people. And, you might want to take a look at what I'm doing, because it's really, I know you retired as a postman, but I know you've got sharing in your heart. You love people. Your church is important. Well, I found a way for us to do that also is flexible. You and Janet can take off and go help on your mission trips. But so you can do this from anywhere, but the success is really sharing something with people that really helps them. And it's pretty much unlimited income. And over time, you could really increase from your pension from the post office and have perhaps a lot more money come in each month, because I know you like to donate to people and things like that. And I love it because it's all over the world in 75 countries. Is that something you'd be interested in, Bob?
I believe I would be absolutely excited about that, just to be able to earn a little extra money from, the post office pays me out, but it's not very good. So I need the extra money so I can keep this pretty woman happy.
So you see what I did with just these bullet points? I just made a story out of it to be able to talk to Bob. He doesn't know what it is yet. He doesn't have a clue what I'm even talking about, but I tapped into things that are important to him. So I'm going to stop here for a sec. For some of you who weren't on our Wednesday night call, I want to share a story from last Saturday when we were in Houston. That another Bob Campbell, is a top senior presidential with LifeWave, and he and I were standing on stage together, and he shared with me that, like Bob, he had a pension from the post office. He retired at 48. He had rental property. He had $350,000 in the bank. He had a lot of cash flow, a lot of time. He was doing great. And then in his late 50s, he got sick. And he had prostate issues, and he had to go through those treatments. Okay. Then his mom got sick, and she didn't have the resources for healthcare payments. And then I think it was his son got sick. And over the course of a number of years, he went through the $350,000. He had to sell the rental properties. He was getting treated. I'm not sure what happened to the mom, if she passed away or whatever, but he pretty much went through his assets. Here at 48, he's like, I'm rocking. Here he is at probably 68. Oh, I'm back to square one. And he said in 3 years with LifeWave, he's regained that financial stability. He's got $300,000 in the bank. The X39 patch has absolutely helped him stop having to be on medication for the prostate. He's healthier. And that's what he did in 3 years. What kind of turnaround story are we going to have by 70 if we fall apart from bad health? Most people's truly get stripped by healthcare costs. They do. So tune into where people are at. People may be more open, like Barbara said, the costs are going up. But wonder if you think you're fine, and 6 months from now, people are like, true story. A friend of mine's son had his own plumbing business. He's probably just turned 60. He had rental properties. Well, he had a really out of the blue blood disorder hit him 6 months ago. He didn't have health insurance because he thought, I'm fine. Oh, I can pay for it. I have cash. Well, quickly, he went through $100,000 out of pocket. He had nothing to back him up. So listen to people. There's more there that we can share with. All right. So
Janet, before you go on, there's another aspect to look at as well. And that is, if we're talking let me back up 1 second. Our market really is the 50 plus market. Now we can obviously touch people in their 30s, 40s, even 20s, but it's really the 50 plus market. And I've got a client right now whose husband, when he was, I believe, 58, he was a software engineer. He was doing very well with his company, and they got a new boss. And the new boss came in and said, you're retiring whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
And he wasn't planning on retiring for 2 or 3 years. He had a plan. Everything was in place. But one day, that new boss came in and said, we don't need to pay you the big bucks anymore. We can find 2 other kids that just graduated from college and pay them half what we're paying you. And so as a result, here he is in his early 60s, and he's trying to figure out what to do. Who will hire him making that kind of money? And there are very few. Here, you're real close to it, Janet. There are very few companies that will hire him. They'll hire the 30-somethings, not another 60-year-old, even though the 60-year-old probably is a lot more efficient and can get things done faster than the youngsters can. But when we get into that aging world, a lot of companies don't see the value of our wisdom and our knowledge and our experience. And as a result, we're looking for something else. Now, I don't want to go down No, I'm going to go down the road anyway. So last week, we had a very tragic thing that happened with the people in the submarine and or the whatever you want to call the submersible that went down to look at the Titanic. And the founder of the company said, I don't want people that have Navy experience that are in their 50s and 60s. I want the young people because they bring more energy. So all of those people probably would still be alive if they hired the people that had the experience and the know-how. But instead, he wanted excitement. So we had a lot of people that have experience and excitement at the same time.
So
And
if I
they're gonna
connect
come
our
to us.
dots here, Julie talked about having a mission. And now we're talking about people ending their careers. So be willing to talk to them about this. We're listening to a video where a chiropractor was saying, yes, he sold products. Yes, new network marketing people came in and talked to him. He goes, but no one really showed me the model. No one showed me I could bring in other chiropractors that would grow the business without franchise costs or overhead. So I think what you're seeing with Steve and what he's saying is it's really true. Don't assume, you guys, just don't assume. Thank you, Steve, and everybody. Anybody else want to say anything before we jump back? Okay, it's a good dialogue. Okay, so your why is so important. All right. This kind of ties into just what we're saying. Most people never get wealthy simply because they're not trained to recognize opportunities. Okay. I'm going to have you guys mute yourself right now, if you would, and then come back on. Okay. And opportunities aren't presented to employees. You're just told you're good at that job, keep going, right? So part of our job as leaders is to say, can I just show you this opportunity? You might like it, you might not, you might get it, you might not. It might be 6 months from now. Like Steve said, now you're laid off, things can change. So when I would look at companies when we're doing revenue growth, you always go, well, is there a market? So as Steve said, primarily we have a huge market of people over 50, even though we know stem cells are cut in half by 30, by 50, we definitely were in trouble, right? So if we've got 135 million people over 50 just in the US, we got a huge market. All right, company longevity. I've helped launch companies. There's a lot of network marketing companies out there that are a year old, half a year old. They go, oh, we have a clinical study, and they wave it around. Oh, well, we've got 20 years and we have like 150 clinical studies. So LifeWave's going to be 20 years old next month, or pardon me, next year. You want to be here, you guys. It's going to be big. All right, fast growth. That 15x growth in the past 4 years just because we have X39. All right, the rewards. One of the most lucrative compensation plans in the industry. Julie, how much was the compensation percentage in your last company?
I think it was like 30%.
Many companies say they have
we thought it was good at the time.
Yeah, right. You thought it was good. Yay, we got 30%. LifeWave pays us 50% of every dollar and 60% of all the points. We have a very lucrative compensation plan. So what's even better though is it's a consumable product. Now, no disregard to the essential oil companies. They have good products. The trouble is the amount of essential oils you end up buying that go in your cabinet that last forever. It's not a consumable in that sense, unless maybe you're like CJ, who has a practice and she's using them on people all week long. Here we have something you put a patch on, you take it off at night, you got to put a new one on the next day. Many companies would actually kill to have a consumable. You think of all the different cosmetic companies or the drinks and potions and this and that. Well, honestly, how many vitamins can you really swallow before you're like, I can't do it anymore, right? So that we have something that's not a drug, that sticks on your skin, that's consumable, easy to use, inexpensive, huge advantage. Okay, the big boy here is we have the only stem cell activation product in the world. If you aren't talking about that, you're missing the boat. Stop talking about whatever you're talking about until you can really help them hear. We've got the only product that actually activates our stem cells. That's why the pharmaceutical companies, they don't have it. There's no drug. Affordability. Hey, do you want to pay $50,000, $40,000, $5,000 for stem cell injections that only help right at the area where they're putting it in? Or do you want to have something that's going to rehab your whole body for $100 a month? But to everybody's point in their comments, people are looking for ways to earn money. People are looking for ways to have a mission in their life again. People are looking, and they're not telling you, because you'll ask them, people, and they go, I'm fine. But to Steve's point, they're not going to tell you they got laid off last week. Bob's not going to tell you that, yeah, it's nice to have a government pension, but it's not like he's going to go buy a yacht today, right? You have to be able to say, hey, can I show you something? Let's just talk about it. How could this help your life? All right, so I'm going to open up for questions, concerns, comments, and we're going to have a little fun. Thoughts? Things you didn't know?
This is Rosemary, can you hear me?
Yes, Rosemary.
Okay. The other night you touched on binary, and that was a biggie for me because I'd never heard of that before. As opposed to the regular, like multi-limited, downline or whatever you call it.
All right. So the binary, per all of our attempts to share it and Barbara's frustration that we never can get it quite right, just know, I think it's one of the best ways to build a team because it goes to infinity. We're not going to really go through it right now, but here's the point, Rosemary. If you're at the top and you're bringing people in on your left and right team, and you go on vacation or something happens, you're not even paying attention, and all of a sudden you enroll someone like Camay who starts to bring in 40, 50, 80 people, it all rolls up to you. It all rolls up. You didn't miss out on anybody, and it goes forever. So people share it with their cousin in England, and before you know it, you're like, well, who's that down there? And someone shares it with someone in Japan, and you go, I can't read their name because I don't read Japanese, but this is getting exciting, right? So it really is unlimited opportunity, unlimited income. So we'll help you get to know the binary that way. Other questions? Yes, Cammy.
I don't have a question. I didn't comment earlier. I was on my phone driving. So I just want to say my husband and I owned our own businesses for years. And the cool thing about our group and network marketing, I mean, not necessarily network marketing, because not every network really works with their people. But with our network marketing, it's a family and we do help each other. And the benefits of owning your own company are just incredible, tax-wise and also freedom-wise. It's, it's on you, but I mean, you'd be working at a job anyway, right? So, or maybe not, maybe you wouldn't have as much. I had an Amazon book business, and it was, I was it, and I liked it. I did really well with it. But this is so much more fulfilling because I can help people not only with the product, I can help people achieve their goals. So I just really, it hurts me when people say, oh, it's multi-level marketing, because they don't understand. They don't understand that it is a wonderful business model, So anyway, that's my point.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else?
I do have a response when somebody says that. I get all excited and say, oh, it's my favorite model because, when I go to a restaurant and I tell somebody about this restaurant and it's amazing and they all need to go there and they all go there, the restaurant gets all the money, I get zero. But if I tell them about LifeWave, I get paid too.
Good point, Janet. Good point. We're sharing word of mouth all the time. Truly, truly, truly. Well, great. Any other comments, questions? Yes, Kate.
This has got to be the most relatable, authentic, easiest thing to talk about ever.
Good. So just keep sharing, keep sharing. So over the course of from July now to the end of the year, I want to give you a little preview. We're going to ramp things up. We need you to be on those 331 weekly meetings until it's in your DNA. Like Steve says, be consciously competent at it. To the point where you can catch where, oh, someone didn't get pre-qualified. Like Julie's so good now. When she gets a question, she goes, oh, they didn't pique their interest. She knows exactly in the system where they're at or fell through the cracks. So please be on that. Please get people to the opportunity meetings on Monday and Tuesday and Thursday nights. Julie, you had some people on the Spanish broadcast on Thursday.
We had 3.
On our first one, congratulations.
Yeah, one lady from Colombia. It's not in Colombia, but her sister lives here who joined us. So, anyway, but I just wanted to have a comment on that 331, if you don't mind. Even if you know it back to front, like even if I think I know it, but I don't now because I listen to Steve. Okay, so you can always improve, right? But we bring people to these meetings. We're leading. So we need, my example is I have 3 new brand partners, pardon me. So I want them to come to the meetings. I'm going to be on the meeting, right? Because I want to know that when they come, then I know what they've seen. So then as they grow. So it's a bit, once you get past that level, it's bringing more and more people into it.
And to that point, the opportunity meetings, I was on one of them last week and I was thinking, I need to hear this. You bring your people there, and they hear about the product more and more, get excited about the product, and we are talking about the business now. And so it's really important to get people to these meetings, as many as you can.
Yeah, it really is. So our goal is going to be soon 100 people on the meetings, and it's up to us to bring them there. Okay. And you're going to see your teams grow. We're launching a 90-day challenge for July, August, and September. You're going to know more about that shortly. We have the 4th of July holiday here, so we want to let you guys enjoy that. But that's coming. Also, if you're not in the convention, you haven't bought tickets, you need to be at the national convention. I can't stress it enough. Also, we're doing the 331s, of course, on Wednesday night. We are going to have these network marketing skills now week after week. We're going to go into the skills. And lastly, for managers, we have a monthly manager meeting next Saturday at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Eastern. So do what you can. We record them. We put them on the YouTube channel all through the way. So anything else? Otherwise, I'm going to show you a really fun video, even if you've seen it before. Yes, Ms. Kamei.
I just want to shout out to Melody Grant. She is always present. She always comes to the meetings. She's very, very good about learning more and more and more. And she's going to be a rocket ship.
Well,
She
great.
really is.
Great. See, and where else do you get high fives and pats on the back? Never got that at my job much. All right. Okay. Anything else? We're going to wrap up. I want you guys to enjoy your holiday weekend. We will have Monday night opportunity presentation, but Tuesday night, 4th of July, we're off. Okay. Go enjoy your families and have some fun. Put an Eon on your dogs for the fireworks. Okay. All right. So I'm okay. Somebody has their Hold on, I'm going to mute us all. There we go. All right, give me a second. I am going to roll over to the internet if I can figure out. I've got this incorrect here for a second. Okay, let me bring this up. And we'll share this. So this is screen sharing, new screen. Okay. This is a fabulous video. Some of you have seen it, some of you never have. And it's called, I Still Think It's a Pyramid Scheme. It's hysterical, and I want you to be able to use it. It's on YouTube. When you get someone, probably as you start building a team, this is a great one to show them. So I hope you enjoy this, and afterwards, have a great weekend.
I have decided that my job sucks, the economy sucks, and the only way things are going to get better is if I do something about it.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to build a network marketing business.
What is network marketing?
A network marketing company allows you to build your own business by creating a group of distributors and customers that consume the products sold by the company.
That sounds like one of those pyramid things.
What do you mean by pyramid things?
One of those things where the only people that make lots of money are the people at the top.
You mean like the company you work for?
But don't you have to get in early to make any money?
Actually, in a good network marketing company, you can make more money than the people above you if you are more productive.
Are you sure it isn't a pyramid scheme?
Yes.
How are you so sure?
A pyramid scheme is where you make all of your money by recruiting others and there is no product or service being exchanged.
It still sounds like a pyramid scheme.
In a legitimate network marketing company, you make most or all of your money from people using the products.
It still sounds like a pyramid scheme.
In what way?
Because when you draw it out, it looks like a pyramid.
How is that relevant?
It just seems like a pyramid scheme.
If you were to draw out the organization chart of the company you work for, what shape would it be?
A pyramid.
If you were to draw out the organization chart of the church you go to, what shape would it be?
A pyramid.
If you were to draw out the organization chart of the Girl Scouts, what shape would it be?
A pyramid.
Are you understanding my point?
Yes. I had no idea there were so many pyramid schemes out there. Do you really think you can make money with your pyramid scheme?
According to the U.S. Department of Labor and the Direct Selling Association, with the same time and effort, I'm 5 times more likely to earn over $100,000 in network marketing than at my life-sucking job.
Yes. I hate my job too. That is why I play the lotto every day after work. 16, 22, 84, baby.
Maybe you should start your own business also instead of completely leaving your future to chance.
But I have heard people say negative things about network marketing.
Like who?
Like my brother-in-law.
Is he wealthy?
No.
Does he own his own business?
No.
Would you consider him a credible expert on the subject?
No.
Would you consider him a credible expert on any subject?
Not really. But why do some people say network marketing doesn't work?
For the same reason that some people think our government's social security program is sustainable. Total ignorance.
Are there any credible experts that support network marketing?
Have you heard of Robert Kiyosaki, the author of one of the top-selling financial books of all time?
No.
He is a big supporter of network marketing. He calls it the perfect business. Have you heard of Donald Trump?
Yes, he has funny hair.
He is also a big supporter of network marketing. Have you heard of Warren Buffett, the most successful investor of all time?
No.
He is also a supporter of network marketing.
And you think these people are more credible experts than my brother-in-law?
Yes.
I still think it sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Are you kidding me? Have you been listening to anything that I have said?
Yes, but I still think it is a pyramid scheme.
Can you please explain your argument?
I just think it is a pyramid scheme.
I think I'm going to leave now.
Wait,
Aren't you going to try to recruit me?
No,
Why not?
I thought you said it was a pyramid scheme.
I did, but I think I want to join now.
I would rather shove thumbtacks into my eyes and walk into traffic than have an incompetent moron like you on my team.
Oh. Okay. Talk to you later then.
Not likely.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. And I'm going to stop our recording. And that's always a fun one. So I hope this has been useful and you'll have it at your, hold on, all my slides are coming up. You'll have it for you to use. Canute will put it on the Activate the Stem Cells YouTube channel and off camera. And just hope you have a wonderful weekend.
There is a moral to that story.
It's a pyramid scheme.
No, when you have conversations with somebody that say even a third of what that person just said, then you just need to walk away sooner and save your time.
Right. It's true.
I have worked with people like that, and they are not fun.
Yes, indeed. Very true.
Happy
Very
They
true.
Fourth
are
of July.
invested in their belief.
All right. For those of you who
Fourth,
came in
everybody.
late, we'll have the recording. We'll share it. Have a great 4th, everybody.
Happy 4th.
Okay. Take care.
Bye.